Hi guys, it's Jay here from FullTimeDEVILS and you're watching the Perth Glory preview. There's a sentence I don't say very often. United are in Australia for their pre-season tour, kicking off this weekend with a game against Perth Glory. For today, joining me, we've got Peaky Pundit. Peaky, good to have you back on the channel.
Yeah, good to see you guys.
And making their FullTimeDEVILS debut is Karl and Emma Edgar, also known as That's United Family on YouTube. Guys, thanks for finally joining us. Great to get you on.
Thanks for having us.
Not at all. First of all, we're going to talk about new signings. Now, there's not a lot of new signings to talk about, unfortunately, but we do have James and Aaron Wan-Bissaka over with United for the tour. Guys, how much do you think pre-season matters in terms of getting the new signings into the squad, getting them around the squad, getting them to learn about their teammates? Peaky, I'll start with you, sort of looking at the new signings.
Yeah. Definitely. Look, I think pre-season is probably the most important part of any season. You know, it kind of gives the manager and the coaching staff an opportunity to, you know, work with that group of players, implement their kind of style of play. And I think what we saw through the season as it went on, Ollie, when he came in, he had that kind of attacking and high press style of play, which the players probably weren't used to under Jose. And then we saw a lot of the injuries coming in, you know, asking players to almost go from parking the bus and having the lowest or some of the lowest running statistics as a team in the Premier League to then trying to match and outrun teams. That's, I think, why we saw a lot of injuries. So I think pre-season is going to be huge, especially for the season we've got coming up. With the two players we've sort of brought in, I think they're players that fans are excited to see. They're players we've signed to play in positions we need filling. You know, Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back, James as a winger as well. So look, super excited to see them both in the mix and, you know, seeing how they get on throughout pre-season for sure.
Peaky, you just touched on something there about fitness and high press, because there was a school of thought that the reason the wheels came off for United season last season, at the end of it, was it 2 wins out of 12, was because of fitness and fatigue setting in. So do you think that's a big factor in this? We need to sort of make sure everyone's up to scratch fitness-wise?
Yeah, massively. And you know what, I came out and I publicly, and I said on the channel with yourselves as well, about Pogba staying and building the team around him. And I know I might get a bit of flack for that. But seriously, when Ollie came in, he played in the position where I think he's best fit as that sort of number 10. He's a luxury player at the end of the day. Then when we suffered injuries, we were asking him to play as a left of the three and do a bit more defensive work, which, you know, it's not really his game. He's not a sort of Roy Keane player. He's not going to get up and down box to box. But, you know, we saw his performances and what he is capable of. I think what just lets us down as fans is that the inconsistency in his performances and you know, having a good run. But look, I think that definitely had a big impact on the team with the injuries that we suffered and makeshift 11. And I think it was a Liverpool game. We had to make 3 subs within 20 minutes, didn't we, at Old Trafford? And, you know, it was a good result in the end, drawing to them. So, yeah, I think, you know, injuries played a massive factor in the wheels coming off for sure, mate.
Karl, Emma, ladies first. Do you think that this will be a good chance for the sort of to judge the new signings, or do you think pre-season isn't about saying whether they're up to it or not? It's just a case of getting them settled in.
This is a good opportunity to see what they're made of. I mean, like, I'm actually buzzing about the 2 new signings. Finally filling our right back position that we've needed desperately. He looks brave. It looks like he can, you know, make a tackle. He can recover. And what actually I like about him is that he was a midfielder and developed into a fullback. Now that shows potential and work ethic, which I think that we would value so much in the back.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. And Wan-Bissaka. What about James as well? What do you think of him? Are you looking forward to seeing him?
Yeah. Have you seen his pace? He's like lightning speed. He's brilliant. He can whip a ball in, cross a ball into the box, which is what we need. And you know, he's a 2-footed player, which he can play, you know, either on the left or the right wing. So
ambidextrous.
Yeah, all right, ambidextrous. But what I'm saying is, you know, we can play him either side, which is good as well. So no, I'm really happy with the 2 signings. Obviously, we're going to need a few more, but yeah, I'm completely buzzing about the new 2 nice signings.
Karl, do you think it's easy to get carried away in pre-season? I remember, I'm sure major, but I remember players like Chris Eagles and Gabriel Obertan having amazing pre-seasons, or Tyler Blackett having a great pre-season. Or do you agree with Emma? Do you think that this is a time when you can say, you know, this is Man United, these players are here, are they up to it?
You know, you can get carried away. Of course you can. You know, if we go and beat Perth Glory 10-0, James scores 4, Aaron Wan-Bissaka scores 2. Do you know what I mean? We're going to think they're the best signings in sliced bread. But it's one of them where, like, It's going to be a good workout because obviously we're playing Leeds, which will be a good game. Everyone's going to be up for that. Perth Glory, sort of a little bit of an exhibition game, so you're going to see players play probably in positions that you won't see them in the season as sort of a test out. It will be a decent run out though on the weekend. But like you say, you can't get carried away with it too much. Just for the pure fact is, it could be crooked scores.
Very true. Yeah, I had a look at the Perth Glory team and I didn't recognise any of them, if I'm being honest. We've had, as usual with United and everything, there's always been a bit of drama, or paper drama really. It's not real drama. There was this talk of Pogba and Lingard having a spat on a little short clip of a video we saw, which turned out to be nothing. But we know that Romelu Lukaku didn't train as we're recording this. He didn't train. There's talk of him being on the verge of a move. Pogba obviously says he wants to leave. But then on the flip side of that, we've also seen Daniel James having his initiation song on Instagram. We saw that, and the same with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. How important do you think it is for this pre-season, for the players to bond and to get on and to sort of to create a nice atmosphere of everyone feeling that bit of team spirit? Peaky, how important do you think that is?
Yeah, I think it's going to be massive. I think, towards the end of last season, it was just a case of we just wanted to write it off, get the season done and dusted. Couldn't wait for the final whistle on the last game of the season, just so it gave everyone a chance to kind of, come back into pre-season and regroup. I think like the stuff in the media, what gets hyped up, they're always going to look to kind of scrutinise anything and everything that goes on at United. I think internally they'll be brushing things off aside. Again, Pogba hasn't helped himself by coming out what he did say, while he was out in Tokyo with Adidas about potentially needing a new challenge and stuff. So that sort of stuff, I think, players can help themselves and help the club with a lot more. But look, I think the stuff that the media speculate on and kind of put out there with videos that are edited and stuff, I think internally it doesn't really affect them. But I do like the way that they've got these initiations going on. And, Ollie is trying to create a good team spirit there, not with little cliques of players, but as a group collectively. Yeah, he's going to be, for sure, he's going to get everyone together. That's one thing for sure.
What have you made of the videos coming out from the talks? At first we saw this 2-second clip that made it look like there was a bit of a fight going on, and then the last videos, everyone seems to be getting on, singing songs and having a great time of it.
Well, when I first seen the first video, the little clip, I was a bit sceptical, and then the whole version came out, and it just looked like they were actually having a laugh. But obviously, the media just takes a little bit and runs away with it and makes us all think, oh no, there's still bickering going on. And then I seen the initiation videos of them all singing, getting along, having a laugh, bonding. That's what we want to see, gelling as a team, and it made me smile. I loved it.
Because Karl, we've got people forget we've got a young team anyway, quite a young team, and we've also got a lot of young players who are over there, the likes of Mason Greenwood and Gomez and the rest of it. How important do you think it is to have that unity with the younger players around as well, to make them feel part of United and feel together?
Yeah, it's good to have the young lads on tour and stuff and getting involved, because the lads that have gone out there are potential stars of the future. Do you know what I mean? With your Garners, Greenwoods, Chong, Gomez, they're all out there and they're all mixing with some of the best. Well, I'm going to say some of the best players in the world, but like people like Pogba and even Lukaku. Because even if he does leave, he is decent at scoring goals. I've said this for years. So if Greenwood can take what he's got and replicate Lukaku's goal scoring form, do you know what I mean? You take bits off everyone, don't you? It's like going back to when Ollie got the job. He got asked the question like, "Are you gonna be a carbon copy of Ferguson?" Or Alex, sorry. And he said, "Well, no, but I will take the bits that I want to take." And it's the same with the young lads that they need to take bits out of everyone they're learning off. The older heads like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, as much as I want to say it, will have to take something of like Young's work ethic. Take that. Greenwood, like I say, with Lukaku, Garner, Chong and Gomez, bits off Pogba, the way, bits of his vision and stuff like that. So I think it's important for them all to mix in.
It's a far cry in it from last season where Jose basically said none of the kids were ever going to play this season, and he was a bit pissed off that he even had to play him. So there certainly seems to be definitely a bit of a happier camp than it was last pre-season. Normally here now we'd talk about the opposition as well, but let's be honest, who gives a shit? It's Perth Glory. Forgive me if I'm not the world's biggest expert on Perth Glory. I know Karl and Emma have done loads of research, but we won't bore you with all that, so we're just going to skip over that. I'm reading this, by the way, in case you didn't notice. They top the league but they have a playoff system in Australia like they do in rugby league here, and they lost the grand final to Sydney FC on pens. That's what I saw on Wikipedia anyway. So we'll move on to predicted 11. Peaky, give us your predicted 11. We know there's going to be lots of subs, by the way, but just give us your starting 11.
Yeah, loads of subs at half-time, whatever. I'm just going to go David De Gea in goal. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be given his first start, coming in at right back. Luke Shaw playing at left back. Lindelof and Small Didi playing in central defence. I think you'll play a middle three. I think Matic and Tommy McTominay.
Tommy McTominay.
Tommy McTominay, mate.
Tommy McTominay.
Pogba playing just in front of them. I think you'll play Rashford through the middle, Lingard and Martial in the kind of wider attacking positions. But again, loads of changes at half-time.
That's arguably our strongest team, that.
Yeah, I did kind of select it quite carefully.
Yeah. Hey, we don't get a result against Perth Glory playing a team like that. I may as well give up and go home. Hey, mind you, we said that about Cardiff, didn't we? Karl, I'll let you go next. Go on, give us your predicted 11.
Well, I've gone with I've been a bit same as you, Peaky, to be fair. I've gone with De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka right back, Lindelof, Smalling, Shaw. I was going to pick Bailly instead of Smalling, but I think Bailly was only just fit in.
Yeah, as always.
I've gone with Peaky, and I've gone with Matic. unless you want to play.
I've got the boots already.
I've gone with Matic, Tommy McTominay, and Andreas Pereira. Daniel James on the right over three, Martial and Rashford through the middle. Leaving obviously Lukaku and Pogba out for reasons that have been circling around the media.
It's a good, strong, young, fast team there. Emma, any changes, any similarities? What's your team?
A few changes. Obviously got De Gea in goal. Wan-Bissaka right back. I've got Lindelof, Eric Bailly and Shaw. Then I've got James on the right, McTominay,
Tommy McTominay.
Pogba, and then Martial. And I have put Lukaku and Rashford up front. And I picked this last night, after not seeing Lukaku hasn't trained today. So
if you picked it last night, you can still change it.
Yes, I know, but I didn't want to. I was happy with my team. This is what I, would like to see.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, that's my team.
We don't. That's fair enough. We don't know with Lukaku. We don't know what's going on. We don't even know when United play Inter who he's going to be playing for, which is a strange one. He might have to. He might end up playing against us if they get the deal. Rumours are to be believed, but no. Either way you look at it, they're all strong teams. How you get what you said. There will be lots of substitutions at half time or during the game. I don't know how many subs you can make. I imagine it's unlimited. I imagine the likes of. I'm not going to pick a team, but I do expect the likes of Pogba if he's available to play, because I think the fans over there want to see that some of the big name stars. I think that was one of the criticisms of the tour last time when we went to America, especially when we played Liverpool. If you remember, they took quite a few of their big names and had quite a few of their big names playing. We didn't have as many, and I think some of the American fans especially felt a little bit shortchanged. And you know what United are like for commercial enterprises. So I expect to see a fairly strong team. And yeah, like you guys have all mentioned, a lot of the youngsters getting a chance. And I'm looking forward to seeing Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Daniel James as well. Especially Daniel James, someone like that, like you say, before he is rapid. And I think it'll be an exciting young talent to see. Guys, thanks for that. Before we go, Peaky, where can viewers check you out?
So, guys, you can check me out on YouTube. Just give it a search, Peaky Pundit. Same on Instagram and on Twitter as well. Also, in the new season, I'm really looking forward to bringing matchday vlogs to you guys, obviously working with Full-Time Devils. So look out for them on the Full-Time Devils platform in the new season.
And Peaky, because I'm absolute amateur, I forgot to ask you for your score prediction as well. What's your score prediction?
I'm going to go for 6-0. 6-0 United.
6-0 United. Right, okay, fair enough. I said that for the Huddersfield game, I think. Never mind. Karl and Emma, give us your score predictions and then obviously let people know where they can find you as well.
My score prediction is 3 or 4-0. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, I don't reckon we'll smash them just because it's first game and it's a bit unfit still. I would probably go 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah,
4-1, right. 4-1, 4-0. What did you go for? 6-0?
I went for 6, mate, yeah.
I'm going to go for 2-1. There you go. Exciting times. Sorry. become jaded and cynical in my old age. Sorry, Karl and Emma, where can people view your videos and stuff?
Obviously, YouTube is That United Family. It's that and that UTD family, not spelled properly.
And you're not lying about that, are you, when you say That United Family? There's a whole mob of you.
There's loads.
Yeah.
It's me and Emma, obviously. We've got
4 children.
What are the names? Mason, Rocco,
Chloe and Jessica.
Their
names.
They're all massive United fans. We take them to Old Trafford when we go down and stuff. That's the YouTube channel. Twitter's at Mr. Karl Edgar.
Mine's XMRX88.
Nice and easy to remember.
There you go. Like it, lots of plugs. So guys,
and then writing that down if you do want to follow that.
There you go. Yeah, don't forget to check all out. Obviously, for Full Time Devils, we'll be over in Australia. Adam McCullough's over there. We're meeting up with Stephen Howson as well. This weekend, Peaky's going to be doing a watch along for the Perth Glory game, where he'll be watching it on a perfectly legal stream. Of course. And he'll be giving you updates in there as well. And also, we're hearing more for Karl and Emma in the season. So do check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where we'll have all of Adam's updates and his vlogs from the tour. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.